We'll strap in the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. So right away, they'll change the look. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd down and 4.
Hawk 70. Here we go. Warriors 70, Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was the first down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Now it's 2nd and 10. Duvernay in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that underneath ETN. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll look to throw again.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Evan Ingram, 28 yards. And the Jags will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point right down the middle.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and Lewickin.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Finds his tight end Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Touchdown!
Devin Duvernay.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Off the play fake, Young. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
First down, New York.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now Young going to move him around. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw out wide is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. To the air once more, Young. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This is not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. It'll be Young again.
No!
The field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Young now. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield.
It's always going
Is
to
this
flag
a
on
hold,
me.
or did they rough the quarterback? So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And not willing to risk a return, this ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. On second down, right back to Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's third and 3. They'll send the tight end in motion left. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this off to ETN.
Oh, that's
What an effort. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play fake. Now Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now Young. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Bryce Young,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Jets have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy.
And now off to the races down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Final play of the half. Young escaping the pressure right. He finds Wilson, and he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime,
to the right side and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Duvernay in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have third and long coming up.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll look to throw here.
He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. But Charles, what a rookie season he had, catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Young. Flushed out right. That's complete to Turner. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Young, he's going to change it up.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the first down as well.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Young to throw it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
So we'll see what Young and his guys can do here as they walk up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Quinnen Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up to throw.
And that is caught downfield by Thomas.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's Young. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Young to throw it. And he'll find home. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Young.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They go play action. Young steps away.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Got it. Ready? 60 Mavericks. Come 19. Come 19. Come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Back to 60. At the 44-yard line. 19 right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to bury him for a loss of 11. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Fighting him off. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Flush to his right.
Loose inside the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To the air once more, Young. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Let go.
Now Young. Touchdown, Jets. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for two.
Now Young.
And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
You're not liking the look. They'll change the play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Young. Connection made to Ruckert.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Here's 1st down. One last shot for Young. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.